Why do you think we're so fascinated with gangster life?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have the same fascination with it. I'm more fascinated by the time. You know, the time period is something that I've always sort of had an affection for.
There's something in all of us that kind of wishes we could be that slick and violent, and you know, there's something in our collective human, you know, consciousness that has that urge to just be able to take down people if they're bad guys to us. But we can't do that, and so we watch gangster movies.
Oh, I mean, I can only tell you my fascination. There's a romantic thing. I don't even know what it is. I think, you know, if you look in the 70s gangster films, it's the violence is much more, I don't know if gratuitous, much more brutal, you know? So, but this is kind of a hybrid of like that 70s thing and then kind of a new action-y kind of feel. But then you have the innocence of these old-time gangster films and Humphrey Bogart and all that. And I don't know if it's a man's man kind of thing. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is.
Now, you play a really cool cat in this film. Were you channeling anybody from, you know, the sort of the 40s and 50s movies like James Cagney? How did you prepare for this role?
Well, I feel like in a situation like this, when it's an ensemble piece, it's better not to come in with too many fixed ideas because you really never know what everyone else is going to do. And I sort of treated it like a band or something, where you just figure out when you go into a scene, like, okay, well, this guy's on the drums, that guy wants to play lead guitar, so I'll play the triangle. You know, you take the instrument that's left and you do your best.
At least it wasn't the glockenspiel, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think I've played the glockenspiel a few times in this film.
So tell us about her. What is she? What is her role in the movie?
She is the girlfriend of Mickey Cohen, who was involved with you know, obviously a very dangerous man who ends up falling for a man that she thinks is just a regular guy who happens to be on the squad against Mickey. So gets a little complicated.
Tell us who you play in this film, and how did you research him?
I play Sergeant John O'Mara, who is just out of World War II and come back to Los Angeles. That doesn't look as pristine as it did before and is not as pure as it was. The waters have dirtied with Mickey Cohen and drugs and prostitution and all that, and he's put together a squad in order to put a stop to that and try to kind of rekindle what it was, at least. Even if it's going to be in a different way, at least bring back an innocence that is no longer there, which I don't know if it's even possible or not. And yeah.
Now, I noticed you didn't get a Tommy gun. Was that a conscious choice?
No, that was not a conscious choice. I thought for sure I was going to get one, but when I got there, they had decided that like we should all have different guns, and I just thought, like, what are we, a boy band? Like we all have to have our own thing. So I got a tiny lady gun, but I'm fine with that.
Sean Penn obviously plays Mickey Cohen. What was it like working with him? Is he, you know, we hear that he's kind of, you know, intense and intimidating. What's he like to work around?
That a little bit, but he's also, I had a really good experience with him. He's a really nice person. We talked a lot about Haiti. So that was, you know, his intensity is channeled into passion for a lot of great things as well. And then as an actor, he's just ridiculous. He's mind-blowing.